Hey guys, welcome to the channel. In this tutorial we will create a CRUD application using Vue. Before we start developing this app, make sure to like and subscribe this video. So with that being said, make sure also to install Vue CLI so you can install it via npm or yarn. I already installed it, so let's start using it. Let's create a Vue application. Vue create, and we need the name of the application. I will call it Vue CRUD. I will manually select the features. So I will pick TypeScript, I will pick router. These are the tools that we need. I will pick the version 3, and for now on I will pick the default options. Now let's wait till it's completed. Now the installation is done. Now let's go to the folder and run npm run serve. If we copy this URL and we go to the browser, we can see our created Vue app. Now let's open our project with our IDE, and this is the project structure. So I will make some changes here. The views, we don't need them, we can remove them. So we can remove them also here. And the style. So app.view is only a router view. And also we will remove the component and the assets. So I will keep everything very simple. So we need only the router here. And now let's add the template for this project. So in the router we have an error, so we can remove the routes here. I will comment this for the moment. And now let's go to getbootstrap.com, examples. And for the admin app, I will pick the dashboard example. View page source. And now let's copy the code within the body. So from here till here. And I will add the code. I will create a new folder here. Pages. And inside I will create another directory called admin, and inside I will create a new component, admin. So this is my new Vue component, and here I will paste the HTML that I just copied. So let's remove these styles, we don't need it. And let's remove all the table rows, we only need one. To keep everything simpler, so we don't need the section title, neither the canvas. Also the buttons, we can remove them. And for the menu, let's remove this unordered list here. We can remove this also. And let's remove everything except for the dashboard. Let's remove the span here, this also. And for the dashboard, this will be called products. So everything should be okay. Now let's add it to our router. So let's uncomment this, and we don't need a name here. The component, let's import admin from pages admin.view. And this is admin here. So if we see the Vue CRUD now, it looks ugly because we haven't added Bootstrap. So go to bootstrapztn.com and let's copy this HTML here go to public index.html, and here we will paste Bootstrap. Now it looks better. We still have some styling here that we need to change. So in the view page sort for the dashboard, go to dashboard CSS, and let's copy all the styles here and paste them in app.view. Style, and now it will look better. So this is our admin. Now let's create two more components. So we need one menu here and the navigation. So in the components, we'll create a new view component called nav. And in our admin, the nav is this HTML. Paste it here. And to use it in our admin, we have to use it directly like a tag. Note that in Vue 3 we can put elements next to each other. In Vue 2 this wasn't allowed because we need to wrap them within a div, but now in Vue 3 you don't need to do that. Don't forget also to import nav here. So we need to import nav from this add stands for the src folder, so the source folder, components and nav. So is this component here. So add in Vue stands for the source folder. Now let's create another component, menu, and the HTML here will be this menu here. Paste it here and add it here. Don't forget also to import menu also. So if we see nothing has changed, so this is how we create a Vue 3 app, and this is how we separate components. Now we will show some products in this table, but first let's create a new component called products. And the template for this component will be this table. Paste it here, and we can use it directly here, products, but I prefer to use router view here, since router view will change, so it will change the component based on the route. So now we won't show anything. Now we won't show the table because we haven't specified it in our router here. So here we have the admin route, and to show the page, so the products, we have to add children here, and the children will be a new component, so it will have a path, so the main path, and the component will be the products. So let's import it also. And now we can see the table. We will create another page now, which is main. And this page, let's get the template from getbootstrap.com, and we will pick this album template. So let's view the page source. Here we need only the main div, so I will copy everything from main till the closing tag. So I will paste it here, and this call md4 here, I will pick only one, since we don't need all of them. So that's it. I will remove also the Jumbotron. So we have another page now. Let's add it to the routes. This will actually be the main page, so the path will be this path. So path will be slash, and the component will be the main component. Let's import it also. Pages main. Now for the admin, we will add now a suffix of admin. And these products, I will add a suffix of products. Now we won't show anything, so now we are showing the main app, but to show the products now we need to go to admin/products. And we are not showing it. Let's see what is the reason. Probably we need to remove this slash here. And now it's working the same. Now let's go to our products, and now let's get the products to show them in this table. So first let's get the products. In Vue 3 now we have a new function, setup, and in this function we will combine everything from data, mounted, etc. So let's start by creating a products variable. And this products variable will be a reference, and the default value inside will be an empty array. Let's import reference from Vue. Ref means that this is waiting for this variable to change. So once this variable changes, it will render the template. So this is how Vue 3 uses the variables now. And to use this variable, we just have to return it as products here. And once we got a variable and we return it, we can use it in a template directly here. So let's try to use it. First, I will pick the table headers here. The first one is image, title, likes, and this is action. Now let's loop the products to show them here. They won't show anything since we have empty products. Let's use a v4 product in products. Don't forget also, when you loop, you need to add the key, so it's product.id. Now let's use the product. This is product ID. This is an image, so we have to put the source here like this. Product type image. We need also to put a height of 50. So now we set also the image. Let's set the title. This is likes. And I will keep the actions empty for the moment, since we will use it later. And this will look empty since we don't have any products. Now to get to the products, we need to import another thing from Vue, which is onMounted. So this is the same as mounted on Vue 2 version. And in Vue 3, we have a function that we will call onMounted. And inside accepts a function. I will make this function asynchronous, since we will do an HTTP request, and let's get the response. So the response is equal to await fetch. The endpoint that we want to get the products is HTTP localhost port 8000/API/products. So the backend is in the description. You can build it if you want. And now we have to set the products so we can loop them here. First, let's get the variable. So is equal to await response JSON. And I will console log the data. So if we inspect here, we will see that we got the data. So these are the data that we got. Now let's set this data to the products. So I will actually remove this variable. So why did I remove this variable now is that we will use the products now. But the difference is we cannot set the products like we did with data, because when we create a variable with reference, when we want to change the value of these products, we have to put that value here. And now the value of these products will change, and we will see here the products that we want. So this is how ref works. We can use the variable same as we did before, but when we set the value, we have to add dot value in the end, so we can populate the products. Now that we showed the products, we want to add a delete button here to remove them. So let's do it. In our empty table data here, we will add some HTML. So here we will add a button group. Also, this will have a margin right too, and we will add a link, delete here. So this link will have a class of button, button small, and button outline secondary. This button will look like this. Now let's make it work. So we have to click this button and we have to call a function. So let's create that function. I'll call a function del because delete is a keyword. And to click this function, we have to return it here. And now we need to click delete. So we are not done yet because we have to pass the product ID. So to pass the product ID, we have to use it like this, product ID, not IDE. Now we have to change this function. We have to put ID here as a number. We can see that it is complaining because the language here is not TypeScript. And to change the language to TypeScript, we have to add here lang TS. Now it's knowing that this is TypeScript, and this ID is not highlighting wrong anymore. Now let's remove the product. So to remove the product, first we have to make sure to add a confirmation here. Are you sure you want to delete this product? So always add a confirm when you delete records. And to delete the record, we have to make this asynchronous. And let's copy this await here. So this is a get request, but to remove a product, we have to use a delete request. So method here is delete. Also the URL, we need to add here the ID that we sent. So I'll change the quotes to these quotes, which I don't know the name. And to add the ID here, we have to add it like this. So now we are calling this endpoint. We're deleting the product in the backend, but we are not removing the product in the front end. So to remove the product in the front end, we have to do it like this. So products value is equal to products value filter the product here, and the product.id is different than the ID that we passed. Now TypeScript is complaining because we put that language to TypeScript here, because this product here doesn't have a type. So I will create here a folder, interfaces, and inside I will create a new TypeScript file called product. Inside I will export an interface product, and the attributes of the interface will be an ID, image, so title, image, and the description. And of course likes as a number. So now that we got the interface, we will set here this product is a product. So don't forget also to import it here, because my IDE automatically does it. So this is how we delete the product. So here we delete it in the backend, and here we filter the products except this ID that we just deleted. Let's try it now. Let's delete this product, and we are getting the question, are you sure you want to delete this product? Type OK, and the product is removed. And if we refresh, it's not there. So this is how we delete products. Now let's create products. First, in the header here, let's add a button, and it will look like this. Now let's make it work. This is just a router link to another page that we'll create. So the endpoint for that page is admin products create. And now here let's create that component, products create. The HTML for this component will be this HTML. It's just a simple form with a title input and an image input. Now let's make it work. So let's add the setup here, and we will import ref from Vue. And now we will create two variables, title, which is equal to ref empty string, and image. Let's also return them. And now we have to use these variables as a vModel for the inputs. So vModel title here, and vModel image here. Now we set the inputs. Now we need to handle the form submit. So let's add here submit, and we need to create the function submit. Let's also return it, and we will call submit here. Don't forget to add prevent here, because it will refresh the page if we don't add prevent. And now let's make the submit function work. Let's make it asynchronous. And now let's call a backend. So here we will await fetch. The endpoint will be this endpoint, and the method will be post. We need to add some extra data also, so we need to add the headers, content type will be application/JSON, and we need to send these variables as parameters. So we need to add body here, and to send the variables we have to add JSON stringify, And now we have to send all the values. So title will be title.value, and the image.value. So we cannot send directly the variable like this, because this is a function, so we have to only send the value here. And once this request is completed, we have to redirect to the table. So let's get router here, which is equal to use router. This is the way in which Vue 3 uses the router. We have to get it directly as a variable from a function here. And once we complete the call, we have to await router push to admin/products. So we are completed with this function. Now let's add it to our router. Here we'll add the path products/create, and the component is products create. Let's add it here also. And now let's test it on the browser. So if we click add here, we'll see the form, and let's add a new product. And let's paste this image, save. If we redirect, it means that it works, and this is the new product. So this is how you create products. Now let's edit some products. Let's add a button here to go to the edit page. So let's duplicate this and change it to a router link. And the path that we want to is admin. So I will use braces here. So the path is admin/product ID/edit. And this is edit here. And it will look like this. Now let's add the component. I will copy products create here. I will name it products edit. And here the name needs to be products edit. And let's add it to our router. So the route for the products edit will be products ID/edit. And the component is, so let's duplicate this, products edit. So now let's use this ID that we will send in the route to populate our form. So to do it, we have to import onMounted and to add it here. So now to get the ID, we will use the route. So route is different than router, but we will use it the same way. So const route is equal to use route. Let's import it. So both of them are imported from Vue router. And to get the current ID, we will use it like this. So first, let's make this function asynchronous. And inside we will get response is equal to await fetch, and the endpoint is this one. I will change the quotes, and here I need to add the ID of the product. So to get a product, we will use it route params ID. and we will get the product, which is equal to await response JSON. And based on these products, let's set the title and the image. So title.value is equal to product.title. Same for image.value is equal to product.image. Let's open the browser now and let's try to edit this product. So we made a mistake in the route, so here should be admin products/edit. Let's go back and try to edit it again. So as we can see, the title and the image are pre-filled. Now let's change the submit function. So this will be the same, but the endpoint will need to add the ID, and the method is put. Everything else is the same. Now let's change the title here. Just update it, save, and we can see the title is changed. So this is how we update products. Now let's get the products in the main page. First, let's get the products here in the setup. Remove this style here, and let's create the portref first. View. So products is equal to ref empty array, and we will return products here. Let's also import onMounted and call here onMounted. Make it asynchronous, and let's get the response is equal to await fetch HTTP localhost port 8001 now, since now it's a different application, /API/products, and the products.value is equal to await response.json. Now that we set the products, let's loop them here. So here we need a v4 product in products. Don't forget also the key, which is product.id. I will remove this svg. I will replace it with an image. And the source to that image, let's put column here, is product.image. And I will put a height of 180. This here is the title. We don't need these buttons, so we need only one, which is like, and here are the likes. So product likes. Let's see now this is how the main app looks like. Now let's make this like work. So we need to click for the like button, click, and let's create the like function here. Const like is equal to a function. Let's share it and call it here. Also, we need to pass the product ID. So we need the ID here as a number, So let's change also the script to TypeScript. So lang here, ts. Now it will highlight it correctly. Now let's call a backend to like the product. So make this asynchronous, and here get a response which is equal to await. I'll copy this fetch. Now let's change the endpoint to product slash the ID that we sent slash like. The method is post, and the headers need the content type application JSON. And once we are done, we will increment the product likes by 1. So actually we don't need a response here. Let's just increment the product likes. So to increment the product likes, we have to map all the products. So products that value are equal to products that value map. And here we will get every product as a product. Don't forget to import product here from the interfaces. And we will make the condition if product.id is equal to this ID that we sent on the function, this one, we will return something different. Otherwise, we will return the product. So the only change we have to make is this change here, which we will increment the likes. So that's it for this function. We are having an error here from TypeScript since the type of the product, so we are making a product array here, doesn't match with this empty array that I just set here. So to fix that, I will cast this empty array as product array. So now it's not highlighting, and this is the right type of array. Let's see it on the browser. Let's like this product, and we can see the likes are incremented. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope you liked it. Don't forget also to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.